Hello and welcome back to the channel for another update video. Uh, just a short video this time around, just 4 titles to show you, but all come courtesy of eBay. Um, all from different sellers, but I got an absolute bargain with the lot of them. All in all, the 4 titles I'm about to show you cost me, including postage, a little over £5, which is an absolute steal, especially when you consider two of the titles that I do have to show you. So let's begin. The first title that I picked up from eBay, this is a silent film that has been on my wish list for a good while. I can't remember how I first came to know about this film. I believe it was either a horror countdown show on TV, or it might even have been a video on Cinemassacre. But I've been wanting to track down a copy. Every time I found one, it's usually in horrible condition or it's overpriced. I've seen this release of the film on eBay for 50p start price, which is an absolute steal. I was only a pound posted, so £1.50 in all, which is very much a bargain in my eyes. And that is the Golem. And what this is a 1920 um, German expressionist film based on the Israeli legend of the Golem. The Golem. It's a sort of prequel um, to a film that was released in 1915. Its actual full title is The Golem: How He Came into the World. But it's kind of essentially a do-over of the 1915 film. It's directed by a guy called Paul Wegener. I think that's how it's pronounced. Who also wrote the film and actually starred in it as the titular Golem. It's basically about a Jewish community that is threatened to be removed from the city under the orders of the emperor of the city, which leads the head rabbi, Rabbi Lev, to construct a clay man to stop the oppression, and he calls upon ancient powers to bring the creature to life to protect the people. It's only a short film, only runs just over an hour and 4 minutes. It's a public domain release. This release of it was by a company called Dark Vision, which was released in 2001. I believe Eureka done a restoration of it in 2003. I'm not sure if that is part of the Masters Cinema line. Might have to look that one up. Kino in the US also done a restoration, but again, I don't know if that has seen a Blu-ray release. But I'm definitely looking forward to checking this one out. As far as special features go, um, filmographies of the actors, the director, video art, photo gallery, and original sketches, as well as a screen-by-screen index. So pretty bare bones. So a lot of these public domain releases are largely text-based special features, not really in video form. It needs a proper studio release to get some of that. But finally have that in my collection and I can't wait to check that one out. The next title I'm going to show is another film that has been on my wish list. It is a DVD version, although it does have a Blu-ray release. I believe 88 Films released it. It's actually one of the infamous video nasties here in the UK that was banned from ever being released. I believe 88 Films has done Blu-ray release, and maybe Shelf Factory in the US as part of the Screen Factory line. But it is the 1982 film, as far as the US release goes, Evil Speak. This is one I've been wanting to check out for a while. This is it's another 2001 release. It comes from Prism Leisure Corps. It, again, much like the Golem, it's bare bones. There are special features on the 88 Films Blu-ray release, but I didn't want to go all in and pick up that Blu-ray release until I had the chance to check out the film. Now with the DVD, I can do. This one was the most expensive. This was actually the cheapest of all the titles that I picked up. The seller had it listed at just 5p as a starting point, and the postage was only 58p. So all in all, I only paid less than 65p for this release. The case, I've only just noticed that this actually come through yesterday, so I didn't have a chance to get a proper look at it. But the case has seen better days. I do have some replacement cases, so I'll probably switch this out, more so to protect the disc, because that is not a good sign. It's film is basically about a bullying victim at a US military academy who finds a ancient book of black magic, which he discovers in a temple underneath the academy's chapel. And he uses a computer and the black magic to get revenge. I do have an article up about this film So I'll be able to tell you about the home video release. So yeah, it was actually released first in Japan in August 1981, and it was subsequently released in the US on February 26th, 1982. It was put on the Video Nasty list in 1984 here in the UK because of its climax and the themes of Satanism, but it was reclassified and re-released finally in 1987 with over 3 minutes of cuts, and I was finally allowed to be given an uncut release by the BBFC in 2004. Just trying to see. Doesn't give details on this Wikipedia article about where it's released by, but as I said, I do believe, I know for definite that 88 Films have got a Blu-ray release, but I'm not too sure about Screen Factory, but definitely looking forward to checking this one out. I might actually watch this this upcoming weekend, unless plans change. And now on to the two um, the two goodies of these pickups. The first one is one I've had my eye on, particularly because I'm looking to get the film that this was inspired by, which is Akira Kurosawa's Seven Samurai. This film was actually a remake of that film. I wanted to have both in the collection just to compare and contrast. Again, I could have got this on Blu-ray. I believe it's only £9 in HMV, about the same price as the Seven Samurai release. But again, I wanted to get the DVD version to basically just watch it, get a feel for it, and then down the line I'll upgrade. There's the 1960 film The Magnificent Seven, starring Yul Brynner, who will go on to star in the original Westworld, and the great Steve McQueen, who's in films such as the original Blob and The Great Escape, among others. This is the MGM Special Edition release. The film itself runs just over the 2 hour mark, and as far as special features go, it's loaded. It's a digitally remastered picture and audio track. There's an exclusive documentary, a feature-length audio commentary with members of the cast and crew, 2 theatrical trailers, stills gallery, and trailers for the other 3 films in the Magnificent Seven series, which are The Return of the Magnificent Seven, Guns of the Magnificent Seven, and The Magnificent Seven Ride. It also has a booklet. So going through the cast list, as well as Brenner and McQueen, also features Charles Bronson, of course, well known for the Death Wish films, Robert Thorne. So some really good names. Just the booklet, just like some production stills and text about the film. And basic plot. Um, it's basically about a village under siege from um, a Mexican bandido called Calvera and his gang. Um, the villagers are desperate to hit back after being terrorized, robbed, humiliated, all that. Um, on the quest to the American border to fight by guns, they come across the Magnificent Seven, who are a group of mercenary Western gunmen, and they basically uh, take the villagers back to the village to help them fight back against the bandidos. Um, Again, it says, as it says in the synopsis, it's inspired by the Seven Samurai of Japan. So, absolutely cannot wait to watch this film. It's a classic film. It's another classic film that I want to get um, I watched. As I mentioned in my last update video, I'm trying to watch more classic films over the course of this year. All different uh, genres basically, and Western one fits that bill. And this, all in all, this cost me, it was £1 for the starting price, and it was 80 pence postage, which is an absolute steal. And we come to the final title, and again, this is another classic film that I wanted in my collection. Another first for me, a martial arts title. Now, if I'm going to have any martial arts title to start off, um, I've got to go for a film starring a true master, and that is Enter the Dragon, starring the late great Bruce Lee. And this is the uncut special edition release put out by Warner Brothers back in 2009, I believe this was. The film itself is from 1973. Um, as as the synopsis says on the back here, for the first time in 28 years, it's had a home video release completely uncut. Um, the basic plot sees Bruce Lee arrive to the island fortress of a criminal warlord called Han, whose academy covers up an opium smuggling and prostitution ring. And Bruce Lee, the Dragon, um, is there to avenge the death of his sister. by infiltrating the strongholds and entering the martial arts tournament, um, which Lee himself staged and fuses skills in Kung Fu, Karate, Taekwondo, Eskrima, and Hapkido. Um, the special edition includes a reformatted soundtrack, plus unseen footage that hasn't been seen in decades, including the monk scene and the legendary nunchaku scene. As far as special features go, an audio commentary by Paul Heller and Michael Aylen, music only track, an introduction by Bruce Lee's widow Linda, a 19-minute feature called Bruce Lee in His Own Words, an original featurette from 1973, an interview gallery with Linda Lee, backyard workout Bruce, 4 trailers, 7 TV spots, and other menus interactive. I should mention this also stars John Saxon, who of course is more familiar to the horror genre as Nancy's dad in the original Nightmare on Elm Street. I believe he made a comeback for Nightmare Part 3. I believe he also, I'll just look it up now. He also appeared in Black Christmas from 1974, the original Black Christmas, Dario Argento's Tenebra. He also had a cameo in New Nightmare back in '94. He's a very accomplished actor. I believe he also appeared on TV. He had a recurring role on Dynasty between 1982 and 1984. He had 2 guest roles on the A-Team in the 80s. He was also in a 2-part episode of Wonder Woman in 1976. I might have been wrong, but I was sure he played Gomez Adams in the Addams Family, the original TV series. Or I might have got that. I might have been thinking another actor. But yeah, Enter the Dragon. One of, if not the greatest martial arts film ever made. This I was actually the second bidder, the winning bidder on this. I paid £1.26, no postage to be added on. So I was very, very happy to win this one. so that is it. That is it for this update video. Gone a little bit over what I thought to be, because I had to explain a few things. But don't forget, like, share, subscribe, comment down below if you've seen any of the films and what you thought of them. As far as upcoming videos, depending on how I'm feeling this weekend, I might be going out to see a film. I'm thinking either the Lego Movie 2 or Happy Death Day to You. And I might do a bit of hunting before I go. Otherwise, the next video could be anytime. Basically, if I get any pickups, I'll just compile them together and shoot a video. So, anytime within the next few weeks, 3 weeks time, I will be at Liverpool Comic Con. So the probably the Monday after that weekend, I will do a basically review video, the whole convention as the 3-day event, and show off anything that I pick up over the course of that weekend. But until then, I've been the Blue Geek. This has been Blue Geek Reviews. Bye for now.